Hello Raptors, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. So far this game has been really going at a slow pace. I'm yet to see the horror aspect of it, but I'm really excited to see what's gonna be coming in the future. So let's get into Doki Doki, guys. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting the club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. Natsuki, you seem fired up all of a sudden. Well, I wonder what sparked up your side of the day. Okay. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, yeah. I'm not talking about a part of the festival, but it's a whole lot of school where we get to play, eat all kinds of delicious food. Yeah, well, that's kind of true. If there are any festivals or something around in my school, I used to be happy because we used to skip school for the day with no lessons and stuff like that, and it was so amazing. So yeah, and the food part, we definitely used to be in our canteen part of the section. So you sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monika, do they actually have fried squid? I guess. Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? I like squid. You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? You of all people. Because it's right in your name. Monika. Monika means squid? I never knew that. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Okay. Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyways. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Yeah, where is she? Oh, there you are. Speak of the devil. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Oh, of course. Why wouldn't it be? It's written all over your face saying that it's not everything's not alright. It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine. See? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance over at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monika, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Pre-Raptor, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast for today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about. What do you mean? She's. What? Monika peers over to the room of Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Proraptor. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's acting weird. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Eh? You sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she's just having a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? ... Question mark? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Proraptor. Oh, alright, I get it. It was the conversation in the previous episode we had about her thinking of asking me a question about who I would go out if someone asked me. If Yuri asked me if she wanted to go out with me, if I would say yes or no. And I basically said yes, so basically that's what's bothering her right now. Oh yeah, alright, that makes sense. Jealousy. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much about it. Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. Eh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside her. What? No way. Sayori is like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different than it always has been. You're so funny, Proraptor. What do you mean? Have you thought that maybe you've always been her as so cheerful? This Proraptor has figured it out what happened, but that Proraptor in the game hasn't figured anything out. He's so dumb. I wish I was him. I mean, I would do nothing about it, but I wish I was him. I'm saying. Because that's just how she is when she's around you. I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I just said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she's said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear her from here. That doesn't seem to be a good sign at all. I want to know what they're talking about. Is Monika secretly torturing everyone in the club room, and the only person who's left out is me right now? Is that what's happening? No spoilers, guys. I want to know what happens. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with anyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? Why does it feel like I'm always being watched and you just noticed it now? Jeez. I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize she won't get anywhere like this. I never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So, I have no choice but approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her. That's Yuri's. I don't mean to bother you or anything. Wow, my voice has been all over the place yesterday. Relax, you don't even do anything. You didn't even do anything, but I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? About what? How were you even able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. Yuri, I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Wow, my voice is killing me today. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's not really big of a deal. I mean, it is, but it's not really big of a deal to him, but it's to me, to the real pre-raptor. I would just feel like a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Nani? Sorry. I didn't mean to say anything stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been just friends for a long time, that's all. Okay. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to dismiss it to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into a little bit too much. Pre-raptor, the world is full of meaning, often hidden depth beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, so no matter how well you may know them, so you would think there might be something behind it after all? After all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed a strange behavior today too. And I also feel concerned for her. But in your case, it looks like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, yeah, in a creepy way. I guess that was the case. So Yuri, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess so. But you don't need to put it in that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries aren't told even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It looks like it was. It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yeah, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Are you gonna put something in the tea? That's all. That's the only thing I ask every time someone offers me something in a video game. In a video game. Is that, are you gonna put something in my tea? Or are you gonna put something in my cupcakes? Because I really want and I don't want to die. I really don't want to die at a young age. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Not at all. Just remember not to put anything in it like sleep potions or poisons or anything like that, because it might really kill me. Just saying. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch her as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we all get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts to speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. You perv. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Not mean, I mean the pre-raptor in the game is a perv. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was just going to make some tea, so. I suddenly realized how weird it sounded to explain this to Monika. There's nothing weird about that. Surely. Yeah, admiring her long legs and going to get tea from a situation isn't weird at all. Okay. We're just filling the water pitcher. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monika, you're being too bossy. Monika, please mind your own business for once. Why do you want me to tell there's something wrong with helping involve pre-raptor and club activities? Hey, okay. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Now let's go, pre-raptor. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Okay, guess we are in the school hall room then. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she did that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I was expecting it, but it's also not right for Monika to judge people like that. Raptor, how come even when I do something bad, you're always being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. That's true. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? Unless you're out to kill me. I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would that be? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Pre-raptor, I really like being friends with you. For now. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah, shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Alright, Pre-raptor, do you like ooling the tea? Ooling the tea? Ooling the tea? What in the world? Ooling the... What? Someone explain to me what ooling the tea is down in the comments below, please. Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit. Okay. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really like to do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Perhaps I will not. Oh jeez. Yuri fetches the teapot and began measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. Hey. Ah. Huh, ah. that's my reaction to that. Ah. Oh, Yuri. Ah. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. Alright guys, that's all the time I have for this episode. So when we come back in the next episode, we're going to see what happens in this all controversial thing between me and Sayori. So Sayori seems to be upset about what I said in the previous episode as well. But we're going to see what happens in the next episode. So that being said, thank you all for the love and support. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Peace!
Legends never die.